Welcome to Big Mark Sports. Drew Baressa.
Ronell Hubanks.
And this weekend we have the Final Four. Now, going into this, I know usually it's like, let's get a group of guys together.
Yep.
Let's watch this and let's just get some wings. Wings is the answer, is wings.
I love wings.
Pizza, dude, do pizza on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or tacos on Tuesday. Oh man, we got to figure this out.
Taco Tuesday.
Pizza any other day.
You can do both.
But to me, you have sports together. That's sports get together. That's wings. That's wings for me.
Yeah.
I think that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah. Some people like their finger food. So, I mean, pizza, cut in thin slices or squares, and wings. Can't go wrong with that, and chips and all that crap. So
It's all good. I 100% agree. So you get people together. This weekend we have a great rivalry, and it isn't Villanova, Kansas.
Nope.
But we get UNC and Duke in the Final Four.
Coach K's possible last stand.
Really?
Yeah.
The Duke, what is it? Honestly, what is he, like 75?
I think he's like 200.
He is, but he's got that Gratian formula going on, man. He's got like the Franco Harris beard on his head.
Yeah.
And it's just like, good for you, man. It's color work, not come on now. Obviously, you dye your hair, but still, I mean,
Right.
He's still feisty and crazy.
Still feisty and crazy, doing a great job of teaching and bringing young men together and having fun.
And so when I go back to think of like when I first started watching the Final Four, it's actually, I believe it's Coach K's first Final Four. Don't necessarily quote me on that, but 1990 is what I go back to.
Okay.
When I really start, because do you remember who Duke played? No, looking at my notes. Not that I didn't. I knew before I had the notes, just so you know I'm not cheating.
Is that Michigan?
1989, Michigan won it with Glenn Rice.
Yep.
And they beat the team that Duke lost to the following year. Mm-hmm. Oh, come on. It's one of the greatest teams of all time.
UNLV?
UNLV, running Rebels.
Man, that was
the Shark Tarkanian.
Larry Johnson, Grandmama, and Stacey Augmon.
Greg Anthony.
Man.
Now that team, they were something like 32-1,
Yeah.
or something like that going in. I mean, that to me was dominating.
Yeah, it was.
And they didn't win against Duke by, like a few. It was like 20 something. Yeah. They like really, really laid it to them.
They ran them out of the gym. I mean, that was definitely I won't say a massacre, but it was a beating.
Kind of was.
Yeah,
and the thing is, like, I'm sure it was all on the up and up. There was no illegal funds to any of those players.
Yeah, we don't know that, but yeah,
no,
sure.
So then we go into the next year. And by the way, that Duke team did not have Grant Hill.
Oh.
They did have Bobby Hurley, Christian Leitner.
Okay.
Obviously, Coach K was there.
Right.
They did have a Hill. Do you remember who the other Hill was? Thomas Hill.
Yeah.
No relation to
Nope.
Grant. Thomas Hill also did not get knee injuries every 6 months for the next 15 years. So,
What, dude? Grant Hill's good, no matter knee injury or not. He was pretty good.
all right. Well, so you know what? We're gonna just tangent for just a quick second here and talk about Grant Hill. So Grant Hill,
Yeah.
Jason Kidd,
Yep.
Glenn Robinson.
Right.
Who's your rookie of the year?
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd.
Yep.
All right. Now, do you remember what actually happened?
I think Glenn Robinson Grant Hill got it.
I think
it was a call.
Kidd and Hill split it.
It was a call.
And Robinson was the odd man out.
Yeah. But Big Dog didn't really, I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong. But Jason Kidd and Grant Hill actually, yeah, that was a good battle between the three of them. But
It was. I honestly, I thought Big Dog outplayed Hill.
That's because he was in Milwaukee.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, they had Vin Baker.
Yeah.
Eric Murdoch. I can go into great detail on this. We need to go back to the Final Four part. I would have said Big Dog, more love for Purdue. And who was the Link Darner, who was just up at UWGB as the coach for quite a while, did a good job. He was on the Purdue team.
Yeah, that's true.
In 93.
That's true.
Or 90. Yeah, 93. All right, back to this. 1991, Duke did win. And that's when, was it 90 or 91 that had the Leitner shimmy shake, full of half court, or the 3/4 court pass against Kentucky?
Oh,
that
man.
buzzer beater.
I believe it was 91. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong if it was 90, but I think it was 91.
That one of the most iconic plays ever. And I still, we always do it in the driver, Leitner. And you're just like, all right, I'm going to go get drafted by the Timberwolves. Yay.
I never did that.
You never did?
Not Leitner, no.
Well.
Because I was a Jamal Mashburn fan.
Well, okay. So
the Monster Mash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Kentucky,
Yep.
Kentucky and Mashburn. All right. So 91, Kansas gets beat by Duke.
Okay.
Do you remember who's on that Kansas team? Because this is one dude I remember. I don't know why. I think he was a decent enough name.
What year?
91.
Danny Manning?
No, that was like 85.
Is he that old?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I mean, he's to the point. I mean, I'm pretty sure Willard Scott's announcing his birthday, on the Today Show. So that's where he's at. With a name like Smuckers. But anyway, so Adonis Jordan. Number 30, Adonis Jordan. This is like one of the early, I really remember him playing. So it was Roy Williams. He was only there like third year or something like that and got him there. But Duke did prevail. But that was also 1991 locally, speaking of UWGB, that was their first tournament appearance with head coach.
Don't ask me.
Dick Bennett.
Dick Bennett?
Yeah. And point guard, Tony Bennett.
Okay.
You don't remember any of that?
I don't follow UWGB.
No one. Well, okay. I know some people do, obviously.
Yeah, but remember down in Milwaukee, it's like we were Marquette, UWM, right?
All right. So
we heard about the Badgers.
If I was throwing out stuff from Marquette, if I was throwing names like Amal McCaskill, Ronnie Efert, Anthony Pieper, so those names I can throw at you. But they did. So I remember we actually had like a half day of school because they let us go and watch the game. So UWGB was playing Michigan State, and it was tied with like 2 seconds left. Michigan State hits a buzzer beater and ends up winning by 2.
Who was on that Michigan State team?
That's a great question.
That's
91.
A great question.
I couldn't even tell you.
Me either.
Was that Judd Heathcote coaching that team?
It might have been.
I think that's who was there, but so pre-Izzo time. So Duke wins that one, and they do get the revenge on UNLV in the Final Four. So that was your Grant Hill, Leitner, and all that. So then 92 I remember because we're not going through every year, just so you guys know. I'm just not going to bore you with that. So 92, it was at the Metrodome. So remember seeing all that Metrodome stuff there, and Duke repeats.
Yep.
Is there any other story? Not really. Duke repeats.
Nope.
And then we get 1993. And hang on, let's take a timeout for a second.
Actually, it was like this.
It was. And then, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. Now, Chris Webber, someone needs to apologize to him. And if you look at the tape, you see in the background the coach. Some assistant coach is screaming, timeout, 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 timeout. So Webber calls a timeout. And, got a timeout. It's a technical foul. It's technical foul.
Technical foul.
So then you get George Lynch, Donald Williams, Eric Montross, cutting down the nets for UNC. So that one I very much recall all that, and obviously the 93 stuff. All right, and so pop quiz off the top of your head.
Okay.
So that Michigan team that they beat, the Fab Five, who's all in the Fab Five?
See, Chris Webber.
That's one.
Juwan Howard, Ray Jackson, Jimmy King. I'm crossing people over, and Jalen. Why am I drawing a blank on his last name?
It's Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose. Crossing
Rick,
names over like crazy here. So let's go down this list again. Chris Webber, Juwan Howard.
And the former Atlanta Braves and Milwaukee Brewers pitcher Ray King, also on that team.
Ray Jackson, Jimmy King, and Jalen Rose.
Very good. All right. I, of course, had to write it down because I didn't remember those. Everyone remembers the three.
I remember all five because it was just, they brought a new era to basketball. With the way that they dressed and the swag and the shoes and all that stuff. It was like we got away from the tiny John Stockton shorts, which I was so happy.
Amen. I know we've touched on that before. Brief one in 1994 I had to bring up because I always remember this because there was so much Arkansas stuff. So you had your 40 minutes of hell with the defense.
Yeah.
And
was that Todd Day?
Oh my gosh. No, Todd Day was Alabama, not Arkansas. Right?
No.
For the Milwaukee Bucks? Todd Day, who played for the Bucks, I swear it was Alabama.
I believe it was Arkansas because it was him and the big post player, something Miller. I think that.
So
we got to.
They're a big player for Arkansas.
Somebody help us with this.
So you had the big player for Arkansas was Big Nasty.
Yeah.
Corliss Williamson.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, they didn't win or anything like that. So that was. So I think them and Florida were the odd ones out. I'm trying to think who even won that one. Can't even remember off the top of my head. Then you had 95.
Yep.
And that was UCLA with the O'Bannon boys.
Yep.
So you got Ed and Charles.
Yep.
And obviously, thanks to them, we now have the whole
O'Bannon rule.
the O'Bannon rule for all this, and
Yep.
and all these things that just happened with the agreements for college athletes to be able to make money off of that.
Yep.
They did also kind of start the cancellation of college video games, which kind of sucked, but obviously that came much later.
Right.
But those two were one thing. But if you recall, they had that game against Mizzou in the second round, and they were down one with like 4 seconds left, 5 seconds left. They had inbounds on the opposite side of the court. And do you remember who that point guard was that took it the distance and had to lay up at the buzzer?
That was a little guy.
It was a little guy. Tyus Edney.
Tyus Edney.
Tyus Edney, that one I always recall. And they ended up beating Oklahoma State in the championship with, who was their big player? I mean, big player.
Oh, big country.
Big country, Brian
Big country.
Reeves.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was huge.
Prior to OK State, and then he went to Vancouver, and it was Stu Jackson, former Badger, because the Badger, he was the coach who took them
Yep.
that second round or Sweet 16. I don't remember if they even made it that far, but they got, no, it's just second round. And then he got hired away by Vancouver to be their president GM or something like that, and then hit one of his first picks, obviously. Big country.
Big country.
Brian Reeves. So there you go. All right, 96, you had Kentucky UMass.
Yep.
So Tony Delk on that team. So Pitino's first championship.
Yeah.
Beating a UMass team. Why was UMass there?
Well, because they had, what was it, Marcus? The
So
big center.
Marcus Camby or Cambry?
Camby.
Yeah. So you also had Coach John Calipari was there, and that's where he got his start.
Yep.
Edgar Padilla, I want to say was their 3-point guy. I think they had a couple Padillas on that team.
It might have.
But I think Edgar was like their 3-point guy. And then they went there. And what was hilarious to us is then, so Camby went down, played at UMass, right? And so when I was at Xavier, we had a huge center that was there, Brian Van Lanen. And him always had a contest against a dude from Menasha, same area, now they're in Neenah. I want to say it was, last name was Tice. I know it was Brad Tice, because I want to say Mike Tice, but I know that's the Vikings tight end guy. Yep. Brad Tice was there, and they always fought because they're both like 6'8" or whatever.
Yeah.
And Brad Tice went down to Stetson or Central Florida or something like that, one of these Florida schools, and played him, and he actually took out Camby in the first round, like got him hurt. I remember that was just hilarious to me.
Jeez.
It has nothing to do with anything. We'll probably cut this out, but here we are continuing the story. So in 1997, this is one of my favorites of all time. So we had a bunch of people over, played a bunch of poker, and just watched this whole game. So you had Kentucky, Arizona.
Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby with Arizona, and that game went into overtime, and it was just Wildcats, so many Wildcats.
That team was loaded, right? I'm trying to remember that.
Who else was on that Arizona team?
Yeah. It was Mike Bibby, Miles Simon.
Yeah, Miles Simon.
Miles Simon.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was a great one to watch. And then for me, you had a whole bunch in the 2000s that were fun to watch and all this stuff, but it didn't really get too exciting. I'm sure there were some really good ones, but too exciting for us locally till 2014, when all of a sudden you get Madison,
right.
All of a sudden put together this team, and Wisconsin goes back-to-back Final Fours. And that first one, I really thought they were playing Kentucky, and they had a great chance, and they had a chance to tie it at the end. And you had Decker and obviously Kaminsky and all these other dudes who can shoot and play. But no, Trevon Jackson tries to take it on himself and just lay in bricks out there. Not that I'd be good in a pressure situation like that, but he's not the dude to be shooting that.
No, he wasn't. That was kind of their shortcoming there, right?
Yeah.
So, but live and learn.
Yeah, and then the next year they get back and they take on Kentucky in the first round, an undefeated 34-0 team in Kentucky with Karl-Anthony Towns, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they come in there, and Wisconsin gets the victory, goes up, and then they just go and play Duke, and that was 38 minutes of great basketball. The only problem, they play 40.
Right.
I remember texting someone just being like, "This is actually going to happen," and then all of a sudden I texted about 5 minutes later and said, "I can't believe that actually happened."
Yeah.
That wasn't the right thing.
Yep.
And just Grayson Allen and that team, that's
just one of the players. Like, he's a pretty good, consistent player. It's just something about him that just drives me nuts.
Well, how many technicals does he get for tripping people?
Yeah.
And all this, and it's always like, "What? I didn't do it on purpose."
Yeah.
Of course, I'm going to cheer for him with the Bucks. reluctantly, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, even now for the Bucks, it's like he's a decent fit. I wish they would have given DiVincenzo an opportunity to come back from his injury, but business, man. NBA is a business, so
yeah, and the Bucks are in good shape, I think, coming into this year. So I think coming into the playoffs down the stretch, so they'll be all right. So then the last one that I want to bring up that I thought was ridiculous was that 2016. So goes down when they hit a jumper to tie it with like 1 second left. That was down in Houston against Villanova, and they hit that turnaround jumper, and everyone's going crazy because they tied it. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this thing's going to overtime. And Villanova says, no, my friend.
Yeah.
We're not going to overtime. And they fire up that half quarter.
And winning.
It was unbelievable.
I know. Nova's a good, consistent team. Jay Wright's a really good coach. And he teaches those guys to play basketball. And he doesn't necessarily have a lot of big names. They become big names as they stay there for the 4 years. He gets a lot of 4-year guys.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of them are big names because of the program, honestly, right? You're saying, what he brings to that program.
Yep.
All right. So we want to settle who's going to win this weekend's Final Four. And there's only one way to do that.
Double dribble.
Wow. Oof. Look at this.
Oh, man.
You should be standing too, right? Seems disrespectful not to be. Yep. I was like, you've done this before, right?
Yep.
Got palm trees. We're somewhere nice. We breezed through the first game, just so you guys know. Carolina, a huge upset against Duke. Coach K, you're done. Hit the bricks, buddy. You had your time. And in a hard-fought game where we had Villanova beating Kansas.
Yep. So we got Villanova in white.
Carolina in traditional Carolina blue.
All right.
All right, here we go. Don't ask me about controls. I don't remember.
Okay. And you just stole it from me.
Oh, I'm supposed to go to the right. All right, I'm going that way.
Okay. Oh, he's going to get me.
Oh, that's right. I'm going that way.
Let it go.
Take it and grab. I wanted you to catch that and run out of bounds.
That was awesome. So I want to jack up a 3.
What?
Look at this.
And you were shooting? That was in the act of shooting?
Okay.
B. There you go.
Oh, bricks.
That rim sound is brutal too. Hold up. I gotta point something out here. Tell me why you get a dude down low in a rebounding position. Why is there a dude with the shooting team down there?
No idea.
Come on,
man.
Stripes. This is ridiculous.
Oh, way off. Oh, get the board.
Oh, you know why you got the board? You know why you got that board? Because you would do cheating down low.
Dude, I just threw it at the back of the backboard for a layup. Oh, you got me. Oh. Am I moving? Okay, all right. Dude, What was that?
Shouldn't make a difference. See, look at this. Now you got the lead all of a sudden. You needed me to cheat for you.
Nope.
And you got the ball. How was it on backcourt?
I told you this was my game. I told you were going to lose this one once I figured out the controller.
Jump ball.
Off. Yep.
Wow,
Oh, nice dunk.
I got there. All right.
How come I ain't moving over on D? Come on. All right. Here we go.
Points in the paint right now, leading 8-6, 8-5. Because you had you had a 3. You had a 3, did you? Oh, now you found it.
Oh, missed the dunk.
Follow my own rebound there. Oh my gosh,
geez.
This is way accurate. That's exactly how I shoot.
Give me those.
Behind it.
There
You were
we
behind
go.
the backboard.
There we go. That's good. Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Way off.
There we go. Come on.
I don't got this fast break kind of offense that you do. Oh, I don't got the ball either. I don't think we've jumped once for a rebound.
Oh, nice. Yeah, come on. Get down there. There, thanks.
Good. Good strategy. Didn't pay off. Good defense.
Oh.
By the way, that's just what? Wait a minute, you ran that out.
What? How did I do that?
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, he took off from a free throw line.
That is a long distance dunk there.
There we go.
You know, your guy's not going for the dunks, but you're more successful in the game. So I'm all flash. You're just making things happen. Your fundamentals are killing me here. I can't even figure out how to play defense at all.
This is the game, man.
That's how you finish? Wow. All right, I need the halftime here. We need the blue pickle. Where's the blue pickle?
Look at those cheerleaders. Look at those graphics.
Their timing is impeccable. That's tremendous. Good job on their coaching. And there's a lot of. There's the blue pickle. All right, let's go blue pickles. Even know what your mascot is. Turkeys. Turkeys. What do you got there? Jump ball. All right, I'm just gonna.
We're going
gonna
the same way.
And then I'm gonna pick it up and run. Oh yeah, I guessed right that I was going the same way. That's something's wrong with that. I have not once played defense. I'm gonna need a lot. Okay.
I like how I glid from almost the 3-point line.
Okay, I can't even steal it at all though.
Oh,
Yeah, that's awfully nice, dude. I haven't even inbounded a ball once. Yeah, this will get me back in the game. Let's get 2 points every 5 minutes. All right, we need to fire up some Tecmo Bowl again because.
Oh, give it to me. Oh, good D. Oh, he got me.
Walk right through there.
You got to get it
I
back
just got to
in.
do that 10 more times.
Oh, he got me again.
That 9
Good
more
D.
now. 9
All
more
right.
now.
All right.
Cash.
Oh, go get it.
Nope, no one wants it.
Shoot it.
No one wants it.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, Tar Heels. I apologize. I don't want to know my turnover to assist ratio right now.
Good move.
Yeah.
Oh, give it to me.
All right, we'll do it again.
All right, standing right there.
All right, come on.
Go get the ball.
All right, maybe I needed the 3. That's not a 3, and I was facing backwards.
Nice D.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna go back to when we played Tecmo. It's not letting me do it. Yeah. You know what? Why not? Why not? That's the right way to go.
Behind the backboard 3. Behind the backboard. Corner 3. Oh. Here we go. Oh, wrong button. I was pressing X.
I don't have one of those. I'm gonna do this again. All right.
Way off. I have cooled off, folks. Gotta get some easy buckets here. And that's not it. And that's not it.
I'm trying to give you easy buckets, apparently.
There we go. Oh, almost had it. Almost had it again.
I closed it within 12, I think.
Oh, good D. Oh, it got me. Nice. Oh, he's heating up. Oh, look at that. Come on.
I'm like, give me a chance here. I called him out. I cut it to 5. I was down by like 21. Yeah. All right, congratulations. You got a book.
Well, there you have it, folks. Villanova will win again.
Sorry to North Carolina Nation. I did you wrong. Villanova Wildcats will be the 2022 NCAA champions per Big Bark Sports.
Yep.
All right. So for Big Bark Sports, Drew Baressa.
Ronell Hughbanks.
We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.